Oh, that one was a little bit non-synchro.
Living my life like a shonen. Wow.
Nice.
You guys...
TriPod episode 100. 100.
100.
700 teen.
I don't know.
That's Ryan. I'm Jaaron. He's Powys. We're starting hot.
We're the TriHards.
TriPod.
I mean, Pytrod.
Welcome. Wonder if they'll actually goof us and make the freaking... actually flip the names for that little gag I just did, you know?
All right,
anyway, we started... We ended... Sup?
What's up?
We ended our last pod with Spice. And
wow, I don't even... That was like last week. It was a whole week ago. I don't even remember.
A whole week to just
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about my favorite pods.
Yes. Great idea.
Right.
Number one, can I guess?
Yeah.
TriPod.
Yes!
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Nailed it.
Number one, baby.
Back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of pro wrestling pods.
Okay.
Which, for the uninitiated, are also just life pods.
Pods about life, you know?
Yeah.
But, actually, before I get into it, I should mention there was one really good debate that they had, maybe 5, could have been 7 years ago now, on the old podcast I listened to called The O Show, hosted by Big Daddy Donnie, Big Daddy Donnie, and your bro, Danny O.
I thought it was going to be a Wild Wild Country pod.
Where you just watch it on Netflix, but don't look at the screen.
I'm talking consistent. But basically they had a guest on who was kind of like a guest, but kind of like a mainstay dude. I honestly remember him as Fatty. I think his name was Fred, but they called him like Freddy the fatty bastard. They just ripped on him so much because he like screwed them over, but they still let him back in or something like that.
Okay.
So they just like part of his sentence was to be called Fatty, so we'll call him Fred. Fred and Big Daddy Donnie are having this debate about if the WWE can kill professional wrestling and if it can just be done.
Yeah.
Because they were saying, one of them, Fred, was saying, yo, wrestling is like baseball. It will just persist. WWE can't destroy it. And Big Daddy Donnie was saying, dude, WWE is destroying it. This was like 7 years ago, too, when it wasn't even as bad as it is now.
Right.
WWE, that is. WWE is, like, beating the life out of it, and it'll never come back, and blah, 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 blah. And I was kind of on Big Daddy Donnie's side back then. And now I see that Freddie was right because
A&W, baby.
The rise of the teen burger, baby.
the rise of the teen burger.
You got a fucking nice Papa burger, a little onion rings, chubby chicken. You're fucking set.
Beyond Meat tikka.
Beyond Meat, yes. Gotta throw some love to the vegan crowd.
Jared, if he goes on a date,
What?
will sometimes
No.
give up his shuffle meat. And if Ryan goes on a date, being a dirty vegan like he is, he gives his Beyond Meat. And
Beyond Meat.
is the current champion dick
Is that
joke.
It's a penis euphemism.
Yes.
Penisism. But yeah, it's kind of cool that I guess they just showed there was a market for wrestling and that WWE can't. He gives the chickpea. What's that? Hit chickpea then dip. That's hummus. That was a freaking Lil Dicky line in a freestyle. Sure.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
But yeah, A&W proves that there is still a market. But yeah, that was a great pod. The O Show.
Yeah.
I loved it. Danny O was...
Didn't you challenge him to a rap battle?
So Danny O is a...
We'll host it here on TriPod.
He's a really good rapper, and I liked his stuff a lot. And I don't know, Botsy and I kind of randomly started beefing with him. Like, I started... Excuse me, I ate some nuts. I started commenting on it, like his... freaking... Instagram's like, @PowysHJ is my Twitter. Let's fight. Let's rap out right now. Like, hammered with
Just
Botsy
calling
at
him
the
out.
computer, like, let's go, dude. It's actually sick, and it would have been a good battle. Because battling is probably my... If I need to insult somebody ruthlessly, I would bet on myself. Like, there's one guy in our group chat.
I mean, the man held a roast for himself, but absolutely ruthlessly torched everyone.
Oh. Yes, and you two both did an amazing job. Thank you for being roasters.
Our set wasn't bad. It wasn't.
It wasn't bad considering it was like some last minute kind of.
Yeah, we wrote like all of it.
I was so nervous. I bumbled over some delivery.
You did bumble.
Yeah, Jaaron did toss the best joke I wrote him. So
what was it?
It was something about 1-ups and Kevin.
Yeah, I don't.
And I botched the delivery.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nerves.
It was a nervy time, dude. It
was just a precursor to the life we live now. He got them all out of the way early.
Mm-hmm.
Totally, man. It's something I don't think we could repeat. Do you think we could pull it off?
We could do the opposite of a roast. We could do like a praise. Where we all just like say compliments about our friends and shit.
Hold up!
Like, I'm gonna say all the nice things I can about you.
Yeah, but how do you make that funny compliments?
It's got to be like self-deprecating, or it has to be like backhanded compliments or something.
Yeah, but then it's still just a roast.
Keep brainstorming. How can we make the compliments funny? Come on.
There's a way it can be done. I think there's a way it could be done.
Yeah,
or
smarter
maybe
man than us.
we balance the chirps with compliments or something.
Isn't that like you always do that at the roast? You always say something nice at the end, though.
Yeah, the way we did it wasn't nice.
Yeah,
it was
that's
just
true.
mean.
Yeah, we definitely did not.
It was just mean.
I think I've mentioned it to you guys before, but I have not been able to watch it.
I think you might have briefly, maybe in the past app.
I said I had to freaking close my laptop like 45 minutes into like the 48-minute one.
Hey, dude.
Yuck.
I refuse to go back and watch the Grad movie because I don't want to see.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
I don't want to see 17-year-old me.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Anything from the time that you're like 17, 18 is fair to never want to go back to.
I remember at the time, up until I was about 20, 21, I was like, there's no way this will ever get old to me.
Yeah.
This will always
except for No Tomorrow's first album. You know,
I mean,
that was 17.
good.
And that's, it's got a couple
iTunes,
bangers
baby.
on it.
iTunes, baby.
Yeah.
I moshed in the crowd for that shit. Sorry, bro.
That's all right.
Of course.
Dude, hold on. You guys beat Seattle to their name with the name of that album.
It's true. That's true. They stole it from us. Yeah, there is legal proceedings that I can't get into right now.
Release the Kraken.
There's stuff coming. Okay.
Basically, No Tomorrow is part owner of the Seattle Kraken at this point.
Yeah.
And are about to make moves to sabotage the team.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to settle if they just make one of our songs their goal song.
Oh, that would be sick.
That.
Which one would you pick? Which one would you pick?
I don't know. I didn't think about this till right this. I mean, I already was thinking about this because this is real.
What will he doth choose?
I don't know. I feel like Atonement is just my favorite.
I had a feeling you were going to pick that one.
It.
It was like, that was the super heavy one, right? That had like the breakdown in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when you guys first released that, I used to like bump that. I was one of your guys' #1 fans. And I was able to time my train ride from Scott Road Station to Douglas by how long, like when the song started. I knew how long it was going to take to get to school.
Sick.
Yeah, there's stretch.
Cool
I was
stuff.
super into
I want to re-listen to that No Tomorrow shit. Is it on Bandcamp?
Yeah, it's on Bandcamp.
Okay.
We have 2 albums and a single on there.
Beautiful, man.
The albums are decent. I think my favorite is the one single, Rocky Mountain Bearfucker.
Oh yeah.
I think that's my favorite song of ours. But otherwise the albums both have bangers on them. A couple that I would do differently if I were to do them again, but
That's art.
That's art.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
art,
much,
baby.
right?
Projects are never finished, only abandoned.
Yeah, right.
But do is Rocky Mountain Bearfucker a drink anywhere outside of Canada?
I don't know.
Would you even call it
know
a
from
drink?
here.
It's like gasoline.
It is.
What is it made of?
It's 1/3 Jack Daniels, 1/3 tequila, and 1/3 151 in a shot.
Right.
So it's basically blackout juice.
Yeah, it really is. It's rough.
I've maybe drank a few of them in my life, and yeah, usually didn't end well. But
RMBFs.
a few is an ambiguous term, Par.
A:/Fc.
By a few, I mean a few many.
Okay.
Never in the same night.
Never again. See. Can we go back to the praise?
Right. Praising what? What are we praising?
No.
Praise the Lord.
The name of
the
anti-roast.
anti-roast.
The glow up. The
praise is cool. I think
the
praise.
soar.
Praise. The what? Sorry.
Soar. TSAOR. Sour? Is roast backwards? I don't know.
Oh, I was just like, what the heck's a sour? What is this?
Yeah,
word?
no, that's good. We'll abandon it. We'll just leave that one where it is. Just
Soar is actually kind of cool, though.
because you're soaring on the clouds of all the compliments of your friends.
Not bad at all.
How do you like that? How do you like that?
I like it.
I'm gonna start a job in marketing.
Circle jerk.
Circle jerk. We already have some of those.
Okay, but seriously, I want to do this event. Do you guys remember in Science 9 or 10?
I still have the paper. If I think I know what you're talking about.
Then take it away. Tell us.
We had to write compliments about each person in our class. They were anonymous, and then our teacher compiled them into like a list and gave them.
That's
to us.
nice.
Did you not have girl flow back then, Ryan?
I did, but I do not remember this.
It was in grade 10 or 11, I think, in like chemistry. It must have been grade 11 then. And maybe it was grade 11, I can't remember.
I
The
dropped
only reason I know
chemistry
about
as
this
soon
is
as
because
I
I went through my old yearbooks very recently. And the paper's still wedged in there.
I remember getting it. It was so special, man.
It was awesome.
It was
This is a nice idea.
Like, yeah, you just get a sheet. You get everyone's names. You write something you like about them, little short sentence or a few words, and then you get a piece of paper with all these nice things about you on it.
We got to write one about ourselves too. So like one of the
Nice.
comments that I saw, I'm like, who said that? I was like, oh wait, that was me. Because one of them said like the best guy ever. And I was like, oh yeah, I wrote that. I was like, who said that? Secret admirer?
Giant
I'm definitely gonna do that with my soccer team.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, that's
It's
good
great
team building shit.
Morale boosting, team building
Amazing.
type stuff.
Good play.
But I'm trying to get them to send me this bloody audio for the song. Actually, it's going really, really well.
Nice.
I've had, I think, 4 girls send me their recordings of our rap song. They wrote it. She brought the fire. I won't name the girls on the pod, but I mean, maybe at one point I will, because I'm definitely going to market the song on here, but then,
Their names are Sansa, Daenerys, Arya.
Hey, brand wave.
This rap is a fan fiction.
Hey, but yeah, no, they it's coming along well. As soon as it's done, I'll be aggressively marketing it on all channels that are available to me.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah,
Global, CTV.
HBO.
Public access.
What's another one? Satanta Sports. Anyway,
Rest in peace.
recipe. So yeah, they're making the song and they're sending it to me, and I just have to do a few little timing adjustments here and there. It's not tedious. It's not horribly frustrating. It's amazing. No, it's great. And yeah, as soon as the song's done, I'm very excited to share it with you. Share it with you all. To get them to do their rhythm properly, I recorded the song first and sent it to them, and then said, match my rhythm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And in the beginning, I cut a bit of a promo. As in, yo, this song was written by the U17 Wave, an absolute squad. We crash the net and cause L's. We cause destruction like a tsunami, bro. If you think you can defeat us, come on, try and beat us. We'll greet you, then delete you. Be forever lost at sea. Yes, we are the wave. We take over the game.
You're going to get DCM made.
Right.
Dude, I'll claim it, man.
But
I'll strike us.
all the girls are sending me the part where it's, yes, we are the wave, we take over the game, but only one of them sent me the promo at the beginning.
They did the promo with
But it's so awesome, dude. Just straight up Powys. Yo, this song was written by the U17 Wave. And
Absolute Squad. That's like some power shit. Absolute Squad.
Oh my god. I'm just like, I didn't know this was my dream, but it's coming true. Yeah. It's pretty rewarding. I have to say that coaching, coaching, yes. Because I coached a lot last season. I would work Monday to Thursday or sometimes Monday to Friday in the movies, and then Saturday morning I'd go to North Van and coach from the 4-year-olds up to the 12-year-olds. From 8 to noon, sometimes 2 if they needed it, 2 p.m. if they needed it. And that didn't keep me as honest as having one team all the way through. which I don't know, maybe I just underwent a bit of like a maturity spike or something, but I would still kind of go out sometimes the night before coaching on Saturdays. But coaching this team, the U17 Wave, has been one of the things that's like kept me the most honest in my entire life. And one of the things that's like, yo, if I'm so motivated to be dialed for longer periods of time, to drink water and to eat well so I can think clearly, so I can facilitate an amazing experience for them and myself. And yeah, I'm just like really, really love it. And
Cool, man.
yeah, I mean, what? I don't care, dude. I don't care. Dude, you see this ball one of the girls painted me? Or not me?
Soft baby shit.
For the people, Jaaron, can you give a description of this ball like you did your tattoo, please?
Powys is holding up a teal soccer ball with a wave logo that is crashing in a half moon type shape.
Dope.
Perhaps a letter C of sorts, with a black trim across the hexagons that divide the sections of the ball.
Yo, I need you to edit my freaking book, dog.
Maybe I'll do the audiobook.
That was crispy. That's pretty accurate, man. Yeah, so I asked my amazing captains, yo, you've got some artists on this team that I'm trying to exploit. How do we go about doing that? And because we have this girl on our team, I really should name them to give them the credit, but we'll just wait on that.
Catalan.
Catlin. Yeah.
Catalan.
Cotillion. Was like, yo, why don't you get this painter girl to paint a ball? And I immediately thought, oh, a ball on a canvas? That'd be sweet. And they're like, no. Give her a ball and get her to paint it. And I thought, yeah, that's really cool. Then one time she came late to practice. I was like, hurry up! Get in line! Start running with us now! She's like, okay, sorry, I have the ball. I'm stopping here. I was like, what? Hold on! Girls, let's all check the ball. And then I saw it and was just losing my mind. Like, oh, this is too sick. Thank you so much, but you're late. But oh, this is so dope. And yeah, it's great. So, I hope I still can stay dialed once the freaking season's over.
Right.
Because I really have, I've seen the light and like, it's kind of cool to get sleep on Saturday nights and not just be an absolute goon. But, it's a huge motivator for like keeping me honest. Like it definitely made me reevaluate a lot of the, supports I was using, and I don't use all the supports that I was using then. I'm off freaking coffee, dog. I haven't had a cup of coffee in freaking ages, bro, because I've been pugging water. On that note, I should probably get my H2O. But yeah, what do you guys think about freaking, using this mechanism and then making sure I don't slip back into my old ways?
That's a tricky one.
The wave is gone.
Well, because like an adjustment that I've had, like I've been off work for a week and a half now. And because I was at work for such a large chunk of the day, I only had 2 or 3 hours free after work to like do some yoga and then go to bed. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, go on.
I get off shorter than a 15 and Pow's salty about it.
Anyway, go on.
The first couple days, it was tricky to have that like, I'm like, what do I do with all this time in the day? I was getting fed all this time. Now I have to cook all day. And how do I avoid junk food, which is one of my vices? Like, how do I, like, there's so much more time in my day now that I have to structure again. And it was kind of just like, it's like working out a muscle, I think. You kind of just have to like start small, build up a little bit of momentum. I've done it before.
You been good or what?
Good-ish. I've been like, pretty good, but like, could always be better.
Doesn't help when the landlord drops off a freaking
that was a tricky one. I like go to like get like a giant thing of chocolate. I've been plowing.
Yogesh hooked us up with an absolute briefcase of lint doors, dude.
That's sick.
It was absolutely great. Can this reach? Hold on. BRB, sorry, pod.
Yeah, it's this huge giant chocolate box.
That's dope.
And eat those, I'm like, why can't I fall asleep? I've been falling asleep at the same time every day this week. It's like, oh yeah, I ate like half a thing of chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocobo food, baby.
My mom made me like a big ass container of vegan brownies for Christmas.
I've
been eating like at least a brownie every day.
Nice.
Are they tasty? Are they healthy-ish?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's in them. Any things that I can have is what's in them. Yeah. But
does it make you?
Good.
Do you get similar feelings when you have other junk food, or what? Does junk food even affect you? Like, do you get like lethargic if you eat like crap or anything?
I don't think so. I'm pretty good in that regard. Like my blood sugar seems to stay like pretty normal for me for the most part.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's just because of like my pretty consistent eating habits or what. Like I eat kind of like the same times like every day and usually pretty similar stuff. So I don't know if that's part of it or
it must be part of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but I've never had much trouble with like with eating in that regard. Like I can go like I'll get hungry, but then like I'll just stay that level of hungry kind of indefinitely. Like I won't get more hungry, you know?
Right.
Maybe I'll just coach in the spring too.
I mean, yeah, if you like doing it and it's doing good things for you, makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a greater aspect of babysitting when I was doing like the really young ones.
Yeah.
You know, but there was probably one or two girls in every group that were thinking, yo, I'm here to play some soccer. I'm here to get better. I'm here to be a monster.
Right.
But I think there were a lot of parents that were, you know, hey, I'm dropping my kid off. I mean, for the really young ones, the parents have to be there still. But, and like 11 and 12, they're kind of, they're about it. If they're still in soccer, you know, they care. But if they're still in soccer at freaking like 16, 14, 15, then they're like, yo, we're trying to make something of this. And even 16, like, I guess a couple of girls on my team could get scholarships for sure if they just went plus ultra. But, you know, sometimes you know by the time you're 12 if you're going to be a professional or not, you know. But, maybe I'll pick up some freaking days in the spring, keep myself honest, find some players that are trying to go hard. Pardeep asks, Pow, have you watched the Playbook on Netflix? The answer, Par, is no, I have not. Would I like it, Pardeep, the Oracle, in our text chat?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a series or is it a... Oh, cool. Okay.
Cool.
It's about great coaches, he says, interviews. Awesome. They get
there
Sir
you go.
Alex on there or what?
Probably not. Not a very good coach.
I'm down. I probably will check. I mean...
Nice.
I'm kind of in the middle of The Last Airbender right now.
Nice. I started The Last Airbender.
The live action.
Mourinho's in it! Oh my god. What does it think about football? It's very simple. I score the goal. I make sure that my players do not let in a goal after I score.
Brandon, how good is that impression?
Does Brandon know Mourinho?
Brandon's a huge Arsenal fan.
Oh, sick. He's like,
14th place.
That's why this dude's in the comments every week. He's here for everything we talk about.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp.
Dude's responding to like League of Legends references I make. He's getting the soccer coach references. He's here for it, man.
Nothing is better. There's only one thing better than Jose Mourinho, and that's not it. I am number one of all time. I love Jose, dude. Fuck. Mourinho's fucking price. Excuse my language.
One of the things that there used to be this segment that they did, like, I think that the show still exists in England, is called Spitting Image, where they have like these puppets that are exaggerated versions of the people. But they did a version of it with soccer coaches, and it was Jose Mourinho, and they had like a puppet version of him that did like a talk show.
Yeah.
It was on Setanta Sports.
Yes,
the now rest in peace, the now defunct sports channel.
Oh my god.
But they used to do these little skits where he would just talk shit and take calls from players, and it was just like soccer memes before memes.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was such quality. The modern version of that is now this show called The Champions, basically.
Oh yeah, they like little cartoons.
Yeah, that are just little cartoon. Basically, everyone that plays in the Champions League, which is kind of the winning teams of the top 3 or 4 teams across Europe, all play in this one tournament, and it's like the biggest soccer stars are. Oh god, it's so funny. There's this player on my team, Manchester United, named Bruno Fernandes, who.
Fuck him.
He scores a lot of penalties. but he's probably the best player in the Premier League. Not very controversial statement.
He's one of, not the.
This season he has been for sure. But basically, at the beginning of the Champions, one time he comes in, he says, "People say I score a lot of penalties, but they don't realize that I also have to dive to win those penalties." I'm just like, that spice is too real. But whatever, diving is not cool, but part of the game, unfortunately.
I don't know. Jeev and I have had this conversation a lot, my bro and I, that some of that falls on the referees. Because guys who stay on their feet and try to play honestly don't get the calls, but the guys who go down get the calls. So part of that falls in the culture of the way the game's refereed too.
Right.
It's crazy to watch that happen. That's one of the cool things about getting older is you're just around while the world changes. Like diving just wasn't a thing when we were children.
No. I remember there being an exact time where the meme was that it was the Italian team.
I remember
they used to practice diving in the lead up to like the 2006 World Cup maybe.
Right.
And that was a meme like, oh yeah, they had like a session where they taught their players how to dive. I don't know if it was actually that literal, but they were one of the squads that were one of the most prominent in the early days, I would say. Mm-hmm. It's definitely evolved to everywhere. Yeah. By this point.
And then the Klinsmans of the world, Jurgen Klinsmann. There's this one guy, dude, low-key had a crazy Klinsmann when I'm turning, Klansman when I'm bourbon. I was like, ah! Loki's an unreal rapper. This British guy. Okay, anyway, so Jurgen Klinsmann was accused of diving, and I guess was diving a bit, and then he made that his celebration when he scored. So when he scored a goal, he'd go slide on his chest because I'm like, oh, who's diving now? B.I.H.
That's actually one of my favorite celebrations in FIFA. Yeah. It's like the guy just goes down like a dead fish and flops. It was like, I think it was inspired by Suarez doing it maybe.
I guess, yeah.
Or he did something similar. Maybe the celebration was already in there, but...
Straight RKO.
Yeah. Tell us what your favorite FIFA celebration is in the comments.
Brandon's like... Sickness!
Oh, man.
FIFA's power. I watched this I saw this hilarious joke about FIFA where it's all these like kind of Jersey Shore looking dudes. These like, tan, gold skin, European looking guys with their dark gelled hair, and all of them have aviators, and it's a photo of maybe 40 of them. They all look identical, and on each of them it says like FIFA 10, FIFA 12, FIFA 19, FIFA 20, FIFA 21. I'm like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of innovation in that.
Yeah, that's sports games in general, man. The EA sports games, at least.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. There's because like they don't make NHL for PC anymore.
Oh, really?
They haven't since like 15 or something like that. You can still get FIFA and stuff on PC, but no NHL for whatever reason. So like I wanted to play NHL like a little while back, and I ended up like pirating NHL 09 and like playing that shit. Dude,
NHL 09 was one of my most played video games of all time.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's one of my favorite soundtracks of any game ever.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Great jams.
Bullet for My Valentine, Avenged Sevenfold.
What else is on there?
There were so many good ones, man.
So many great like intro to metal songs.
That's
like,
actually my intro to metal was because of Afterlife.
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Totally. Yeah. I remember me too. Like that's how I got into heavier stuff, was through bands like that,
Dude,
the MTV metal bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
but like
Planning 10, baby.
So I was like playing this because and I'm sure you guys are probably the same, but when you're playing sports games, you're probably playing like GM mode for the most, right?
Yep.
Right? Like
that game I played Pro mode a lot. Because it was
I don't think I've ever done a Be a Pro mode in any game I've ever played.
They're fun at first.
But I discovered that there's a company that does hockey GM mode. It's just like that's the game. It's Eastside Hockey Manager, and it's on PC, and you can get that. So
that sounds sick.
If I see that on sale, I don't know. I don't think you do. I think it's just GM stuff, but there might be like live play-by-play stuff.
Okay.
Or something like this.
Sounds like Football Manager.
It doesn't have the actual in-game shit, but all the managing aspects and stuff. And I was like, oh,
that sounds pretty cool.
I want to play this.
I think the coolest thing, not the coolest, but one of the coolest sports things I've ever heard was Botsy, our roommate.
Yeah.
mine and Jaaron's roommate. Ryan doesn't live with us. Well, wait.
In canon, he does.
Sorry, this is out of canon. So Botsy. Anyway,
they can figure it out considering I'm on a different camera.
this is true.
He's in the next room.
So Botsy and his like 20 other buddies all picked like virtual NHL teams once. And like did GM mode, but like they were just the GMs. Like
that's sick.
He had the Sharks, and it was like, "Yo, trade you these guys for those guys." Like actually making trades, actually playing the games,
like fantasy, but like to the max.
Not
but
in the game.
Kind of. It was basically like you could play.
You can do multiplayer mode. That shit.
I think so.
It was in like NHL 14 where you could do multiple players controlling a franchise.
Yeah,
and so I think he was in a league where all 30 teams were controlled by a person.
Dude, that's so dope. I love it.
And then they had, I think they had to stick to a schedule because like I tried one with my brother once and we had like 8 or 9 people.
Yeah,
but you only had up until like a certain day, like this chunk of your games had to be played so that you could move the schedule on.
Right.
Yeah,
and so you would get a handful of head-to-head games, but then you had to play some games against the computer and all that stuff. But you could trade amongst each other, all that kind of shit.
You did it?
We only made it to like halfway through the season because it was too hard to coordinate all these people.
Yeah.
I don't know how they managed to get 30 teams to like everybody played their games. It's always against somebody else.
That's absolutely
that's so sick though. That's very cool.
Oh, it's super high stakes.
Oh yeah, can you imagine what the playoffs would have been like?
Oh, you played all these games.
Like you played 82 games to get there.
Yeah, nuts.
And then you played the playoffs.
Put your fist in the sky if you love it.
Crazy.
This starts today, butt rock.
Butt rock. That's full butt rock. Yeah.
Speaking of butt rock, we listened to that song.
NHL is full of butt rock.
Did we?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Did we listen to that song last night?
Yeah. The NHL soundtracks is a butt rock factory.
Absolutely, it is.
I drank alcohol yesterday.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. How taboo.
I could have been a little more responsible. I think.
Never been there.
It's the holiday season.
It's the
These things happen.
So yeah, there are moments of yesterday that have fleeted my mematorium.
Can I say my favorite quote from yesterday?
Sure.
Powys just goes, "Oh, haven't been this drunk since grade 9. I'm finna bite a light bulb."
Hey! Yeah, dude,
you told that story on the pod recently, I think.
Yeah, and I didn't remember that fire line that I dropped.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible.
I woke up on the ground.
Yeah.
I've been there plenty of times.
Kevin hooked up a pillow. I mean, what? Boo to serve. But yeah, I woke up on the ground. And
nice.
My phone was charged. And
That's good.
I was comfortable.
I've woken up a lot worse than that.
Yeah, I've woken up with a dead phone and don't know where I am.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's a tricky one.
Actually, what about you, Ryan? You have any spicy wake-ups?
I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I've certainly had them.
Come on, upside down. I don't want to
woke up on a bed of chairs.
You did?
We stuffed about 8 or 9 people into a... me and Jay. Oh yeah, Par and I sharing a bed in Gareth's room. That was a pretty good one.
That's cute.
Yeah, we tried to stuff like 8 or 9 people in a hotel room after a night downtown or something.
Yeah.
And then there was no beds or floor space really, so I just took a bunch of chairs and placed them at strategic distances so that they were like shoulder, hip, knee.
Hotel room.
And then I was lying on a bed of chairs.
That's terrible.
It was terrible.
Hotel room downtown. What a concept.
It wasn't like a fancy one or anything. It was just kind of close to the bar we were at.
Yeah. And you just
We've done,
in the Delta days, that was a great show.
It was a fantastic
great show. Especially with that many people.
And like if you have to pay to cab home.
Yeah, paid a cab. Like it was like $80 cab from downtown.
Yeah, dude, I've had to pay that on my own before.
Oh,
man.
same.
Yeah, not the best when you're fucking 19 paying paying it out of your like student loan.
Yeah,
that's I've definitely been there too. There was one night where I had a reputation for trying to stick around at the bar to see if I could get lucky, you know, and then striking out and then leaving the bar about 15 minutes after everybody else and not having a cab to split. anybody.
Dude, you gotta break a few eggs.
You gotta eat that fucking cab ride. There was one time where there was no cabs. It was like Halloween or something like that, or a busy night. No cabs to be found. And then there was a guy driving a limo. And I was like, dude, there's no one taking your limo. I've been standing here for like an hour. You down to, I will pay you the rate for a cab if you just take me. And then I had a whole fucking limo to myself.
That's pretty sick.
That was pretty dope. I had the aux cord and was just bumping it.
Really?
Yeah, it was still in my metal days, so I was just blaring metal in the back of this limo.
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't have fit the image that you would have expected. But yeah, made some poor decisions while impaired in my time.
As
I'm sure most
have as well.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
Oh man, those like when the lights come on moments.
Oh, just the worst. Just the worst.
You're like, what?
Fluorescent lighting turns on at 3 a.m. in the bar. The music's off.
Oh, dude.
The romance cocktail has evaporated.
I don't know if I've ever said this on the pod yet. Oh, the romance cocktail evaporates, but I used to work at a nightclub.
Ooh.
Like a kind of ratchet one. A pretty ratchet one, I should say.
I can pretty much see it from my apartment, actually.
Actually, yeah. I don't know if it's still open. It's gone through so many.
It's called Mystique now.
Oh, nice. It was called Status when I worked there.
Nice.
You know what's hilarious? Status. My uncles who moved here from the island in the 90s used to go there when they were going to BCIT in the 90s. And they're like, you work at Studio 54? I'm like, nah, bro, it's Status now.
Nah, bro, it's a sharp beam.
Get with the times.
Oh, dude, seeing the lights come on in that place, or being on the other side of the bar, being sober when like the nightclub shenanigans are going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's very difficult.
It was. I didn't want to work there after like a month. I was like,
Yeah,
being a bartender is not worth this. This isn't worth it. I wasn't making enough in tips.
Right.
And just like,
yeah, you gotta like work your way up to when you're working at the country club or something if you're gonna be bartending. Right?
Yeah. And like, I really love the music. I fell in love with dancehall music while I was there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I was like, Dad, there's this music that's like, it's kind of like you can dance to it, but it's like reggae vibes or whatever. He's like, dancehall? He's like, this shit's been around forever. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'm just really late to this party. But yeah.
As a frugalite,
It's a nice way to say it.
Try to save Guapanese if anyone is not speaking Powisian. Okay, let's just kill the fucking. Let's rewind that. in an attempt to be frugal and save my money, I always, even though I'm a lightweight, would drink before going to any bar.
As you do.
It's just smart.
That's just smart.
You also you don't want to be sober when you show up there. You want to be already at least
you're compensating when you're there.
There was probably one time that I went to a bar sober and got drunk at the bar.
Right.
And it was in a time of my life where I was going out by myself constantly.
Yeah. I remember that time.
And, kid was on a search and for meaning. And one time...
Searching for meaning in the bathroom of the Met.
I just manifested this.
It's a fool's game.
I manifested this freaking story by wearing this shirt because I was at a Coyotes game. And after we finished our game, I zipped to the Met.
Yeah, I figured you were talking about the Met.
I rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I parked right next to the Met. And, oh God, this is a decent story. Walked into the zoo. It wasn't like necessarily bumping, but it was packed. Like it was full.
Right.
Not like New Year's packed, but it was alive. And it was crazy, man. I was like, I don't understand this place. I don't get it. I'm not interested in this, but I'm here. So I go up to the bar and I say 4 shots of tequila and a Kronenberg, please. And I think it was like $23. Oh, right. I think I ended up seeing you that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were definitely, me and Byron showed up at like 12:30 to Powell like slopping all around the dance floor, screaming in my ear.
And that was the day that Sun Eater aired, Boku episode. Huge app. And I posted an Instagram post. That's one of my on my Powys and Jaaron, so there's a pic of us because I went to the front of the Met and grabbed the stamp thing and stamped myself on the forehead. And we took a picture. With my girlfriend. I was like, "Yo, buddy!" I went up to someone in the bar. I was like, "Hey, buddy, can you take a picture of me and my girlfriend?" He was like, "Sure." Gave him my phone. I like posed with the Cronenberg sign on the chalk like menu. I posed with the menu. He's like, "Oh, that's great. Now I actually like you." Click. Anyway, so that night, I ran into a friend of ours who is a police officer.
Right. Wow.
And
Narc.
I was loaded, and I would see her when I'm like hammered because she would work kind of the nighttime. And she would be around Funky Winker Beans, and I would just step out and see her. There's a story there, too. I would step out and see her every now and then. And I was just blitzed and saw her, and there was like a broken glass or something across the street, so there was 5 police officers there. And I was like saying hi to them all, like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I was like, "Yo, it's 3 a.m. It's my bedtime. And I've paid for parking until the beginning of tomorrow morning, so I'm going to go sleep in my car." My car was not optimized for slumber, even though I have a beautiful van that has served me so amazingly.
Right.
The car I sat in the front seat and was like, "Oh, it's really cold in here. I want to warm up, but I don't want to put my keys in the ignition because there's a bunch of fuzz on kitty corner to me." So I sat in my car and fell asleep in one of the most cold and uncomfortable sleeps I ever had. And was absolutely ripped out of my slumber at like 7:47, needing to shit worse than I have ever had to in my entire fucking life. Dude, I woke up like, oh, like, what? How did I not shit myself? Because I had to poo so bad. Just did not defrost anything, just bolted home and just unleashed an absolute cannon. Oh my god. It was horrible, dude. Oh, Lord. That was a special feeling of release. I was scared, dude. I was like, how? Oh, my God. The things we do.
Dude, those hangover dumps.
To go out.
Yeah.
Purging the sins out of your body.
Honestly, dude.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that part of the story.
Oh, God. Yeah. Not my most proud moment, but I sat on that toilet like, oi. It was magnificent.
Nice.
Going out.
I'm glad I had a happy ending.
Are you down to tell the funky story, though? With the police friend?
I think so. I think
Funky
that's
junkie?
okay. I think that's all right.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I was at Funky's one time, and our same police officer homie
Right.
was outside. Please help me tell it correctly. It's kind of like not blurry, but like I feel that I don't know. Okay, I think this is what happened. So I went outside, said hi to my friend and her partner or their partner. Whatever, it's a girl. Her friend and their partner, and I'd met up with them a few times at this point, so like we've met and kind of shot the shit for maybe 45 minutes to an hour total, so I'm just like friends with these people now. And I don't know if this started with me joking about taking a selfie. Yeah. I think I was maybe telling them a story about a gimmick I do at Funky sometimes, which is like hilarious way to be hated at Funky Winker Beans because everyone there is kind of like, yo, this is our haven and stuff. And I would make a joke that like, yo, I'm live streaming, guys, check it. Here I am at Funky's. It's crazy. And people would look at me like, I'm about to break your arm and kill you. And that
actually
not the crowd. Not the crowd for that.
Not the crowd.
Exact opposite crowd to do it, which makes it hilarious. And I would show them like, they're like, oh my God, he's not even doing it. Like he's like pretending, but is he making fun of them or whatever? So maybe I was telling the cops about this and I was like going like this, and then a bunch of people start crowding around, right?
Well, didn't you ask something like to turn the lights on or the siren or something?
So when did the lights come on? Fudge. At some point, I was like, yeah, they turned the freaking lights on or something. The blinkers, the red and blues were going off.
Yeah.
And Funky's has like most bumping bars and stuff, has an outdoor ecosystem as well.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of people
thrive in that ecosystem.
having smoke. A bunch of people having smokes out front. And I'm like doing this story and the lights are going off and this guy, some people are like, yo, that dude is like taking photos with the cops even though like the lights are on or like something like this. Is this correct?
I don't know.
And they're
it's
like,
your story, dude. I thought there was a
We fact check this.
Yeah, honestly, and stuff.
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, check it out. And then a bunch of people start like crowding around the cop car, and the two cops like, no, we don't want it to go down like this. And they're like, this dude is freaking, he's getting arrested, and he's like still taking selfies. No way. And I'm like, they have no idea I'm friends with these guys, and I have to like disassociate my friendness. And yeah, like it became like a little mini party around the cop car, and they were kind of losing control. And I think they popped the siren at some point. And made me got me some clout. One time I was in the liquor store downtown, the one by 7-Eleven that's opposite the Pint. You know what I'm talking about? Crosstown, I believe. Shout out.
Used to live right there.
Right by TNT. Shout out.
Right by the bros apartment.
Right by Bro's apartment. And I was at the checkout, and the guy was like, hey, dude, were you at like Funky's a couple weeks ago? Like getting arrested, and then you like put a gun to the cop's head and told them to put the siren on, like just something crazy.
That's some classic
game of telephone.
I hope you told him yes.
I was just like, yeah, dude, it could have been me. I don't know. Anyway, peace.
The start of P. Crook's street cred.
Like honestly, origin story.
That was like a mutual friend of ours that I work with. He's like, that's what happens when you tell stories in the hood, man. Like, they just add a little salt, add a little flavor.
Yeah, every person.
It's like by the time it gets to the third person, they had like a bomb strapped to their chest or some shit. It's like, it's true.
Honestly,
telephone
dude.
when you're passing a story.
Gosh,
you had the telephone situation with your own story, where like you're asking me to recall elements of your story to yourself.
I used to write my memoirs in a book.
Memoirs of a Pow Show.
Memoirs of a Pow Show. I would be. Someone said to me in all seriousness one time, Powys, you would be a great geisha.
What? That's very weird.
It's a weird thing to say.
Is it mean?
What?
I guess context is everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had a different.
I don't even know what they
relationship with
really
this
are.
person.
It's like a high level escort companion kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Like to a classier degree, I guess.
We should do that.
I'm not an expert. I don't
Let's
want to
appropriate
claim
that
to be an
culture.
authority.
TriHards.
Dude, this is
geisha
Vancouver,
service.
man. There's all we got is services here. Services, construction, and film, baby. And the Crown, I guess.
Right.
Police and other people that wear badges.
Okay, let's become cops. Let's do it.
We're gonna be cops.
Yeah, let's just be cops,
Okay, cool.
and then we'll just.
That could be an episode. We started like a vigilante crime.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that better.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
We like.
That's how we can become cops.
We're trying to
target?
take down the police from
Who
the
would we
inside,
target?
or we're trying to like find a way to pardon ourselves for some dumb shit that we did.
Yeah.
So we try to become cops.
if
so
we were
can get
fake,
ourselves off.
if we were kick-assing, which is a verb for being a
vigilante.
vigilante, what would our vigilante target be? Go.
I don't know.
Stopping like
Okay, so
shoplifters?
how about this?
Stopping people who go to the express checkout with more than 12 items.
Yeah, that's a war crime. Stopping Joe Rogan. I'm gonna bring him up on a few charges. Okay, so what about this? All right, so we become cops, like, because we're like, oh, dude, the cops are corrupt, man. Like, we could do such a better job. And then, like, we just kind of are, like, racist and don't realize it and shit. Like,
Yeah,
as we
I
go
like
on,
that.
like, we just do all the bad things that the cops are stereotypical for.
Right.
That's great.
I actually really like that.
We're like, no, wait, no, it's different.
Because bad people, all right? The seed is a seed. And if you water that seed with dirty water, then the seed gets dirty, baby. So let me tell you something. Ma'anan Sheila was
I knew you were
free,
going to go
baby.
there. I knew you were going to go there.
She was a special seed until she came across some dirty water and decided to paint a prison, baby, and to evade international police.
Okay. So now, I know you're being a bit facetious here, but you've just implied that she was a pure seed that was watered with dirty water.
Correct.
So are you now going back on your point that Bhagwan was pure? Or is he the dirty water?
Sheila encountered the dirty water before she encountered Bhagwan.
I see.
She did not follow his teachings, dude.
Is this like a different comic? Does she have like an origin story? Or
Dude, that'd be
How is he going to go back? He's rewriting
arc.
Daenerys' history. He's rewriting Sheila's history in his memoir, in his novella.
Sheila is IRL Daenerys.
It's coming. It's going to release as a telenovela.
Telenovela
episode.
nice.
We're gonna do like a Spanish style soap opera. I know the Indian soap operas a little bit better. They're called dramas.
Are they?
Yeah, Indian soap operas. Par probably knows all about them, but it's
good?
like they're fucking terrible.
What?
It's like any soap opera. It's like super dramatic, like
Yeah.
ridiculousness.
He died.
Somebody dies 10 times and comes back to life. Her husband dies and like she meets some guy who looks exactly like him, but it's a different guy. And like, oh dude, my favorite, I don't know if it's like this in other soap operas, but in Indian soap operas, they love the like dramatic like facial reactions. They just zoom and look
I've seen
at the
like
camera.
compilations of that shit, like all the zooms, yeah.
Anybody who's listening to this doesn't know what I'm talking about, go look up Indian drama, I guess intense reactions or something,
Yeah.
and it's just like the most over dramatic, just like like this person they thought died, or like, and it's always like the daughter who marries into the family is like hated by everybody. She's like this pure, like,
Yeah.
look at me, and like she's evil. There's like this crazy bitch mother-in-law or grandma or something. It's just like, oh shit! Par dropped the link. Par dropped the link.
Shanti, Shanti, Vashanti.
Maybe we'll put a link in the video description. That'd be hilarious.
Link it in the comment.
Yeah, but they're incredible. My mom loved watching them. She used to love like American soap operas.
Oh yeah, Days of Our Lives.
No, she loved that one.
Yeah.
I would
Days of
watch
Our
that one from
Lives.
time to
Young
time.
and Restless.
Young and the Restless, not so much, but like I remember there was a time where there was like a serial killer arc where like I was so engrossed in it. I'm like,
You loved it.
who's the killer? I was
You
like,
loved it.
I was like 8 or 9.
Dude,
maybe.
whatever.
I was super into it.
Sick.
And like it used to come on right when I got home from school. So like my mom would get home from work, she'd be watching it, and like me and G would get home at the same time. And yeah, I would like watch an app. It's like,
awesome.
but
and they would drop them every day, like
every
those
day,
things have,
every day,
like, what,
1 hour episodes, I think.
thousands of episodes. Like,
Incredible. And like it had been going on. My mom had been watching it since like the 80s,
That's just
like since
wild.
she was a teenager.
that is production levels,
Like,
boys.
and some of the characters were around for that long.
That's insane.
And there's just like generations of them, and now their kids have kids and all this crazy shit.
what the
Everybody marries each other. It's all incestuous. It's like
in real life?
no, in
No.
the I mean maybe in real
Hopefully
life,
not.
but like in the show, incestuous in like that they like date each other and then
That'd
they
be cool
marry each other and like their kids
Right.
are all friends with each other. It's all weird.
If TriHards could drop some like that level of content, that'd be sweet.
I mean, one day maybe we'll
If we
get
had
30
a year,
30 years of tryhards.
if we had a year, dude, if it was our number one thing, we could easily just crank it.
Yeah.
Like if it was like,
probably.
okay, guys, we're just taking a year off everything and we're just gonna do TriHards. TriHards, for those that are uninitiated, is
Yeah, I mean, like that'd
web
be nice.
series.
That'd be nice to have that luxury.
If we got like Mad Money,
Right,
There
yeah,
it is right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Par just said the same.
like if we got Mad Money and it was just okay, boys,
We're-
let's
that's
Need capital, baby.
On the way.
we'll just. I would say let's live in a fucking house.
We're gonna
Yeah.
start a GoFundMe. All of our fans, please crowdfund us.
Every day, write apps. We can go off and do our different thing, like live in an influencer house. We could probably spin it as a freaking reality show, man. Like,
Dude,
we could.
I would be so down.
I mean,
Like just
totally.
at the same time, right? Just be doing that and also have the reality show going. Just set up cameras in the house.
Totally.
I mean, my love for Big Brother
Have a confession
and shows of
closet?
it, like Dude, that's one of my favorite things about Big Brother, the diary room, dude. They
Staying
go
hard. Yes, that's the name.
Staying hard. Yes.
The TriHards reality show, Staying Hard.
Goggins is
Beautiful.
like, what?
Stay hard. Dude, David Goggins is the host.
David Goggins is the host.
All right, you guys need to stop being little bitches.
So we do all this stuff, like wake up, maybe brush our teeth if we feel like it.
Maybe.
Get a shower every once in a while, but then just boom. Crack the lappies, start doing them. TV crew's there. Okay, we're making an app. Cool, we're ready. Nice. Know what I'm saying?
Is it going to be like a legit behind the music type situation, or are we going to do it as like a parody?
Well, I would want to just, like, we could generate enough stuff. I guess part of the show would be actually making the show. Because I wouldn't want to just do a reality show about planning TriHards. I'd want to also film the episodes and overact like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because that's what I loves to do. So, yeah, I guess it would be the planning phase. Just get mad money to write the stuff and then get a crew to decorate sets and do everything for us. And that's
It really is that simple. Just get a bunch of money to make our shitty reality show and comedy series.
Crew.
Skrilla. We get 80
Lot of
And then just
resources.
dedicate our lives to it to the point where we don't really have any agency anymore. It really is that simple.
Yeah. There are some barriers, aren't there? Barrier! Rapper! Drop the barrier! Yeah, no doubt. One day, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
One day.
Quit our day jobs.
Coronavirus.
Shit.
It's real!
I thought you were going to do some spoken word shit.
Corona.
Virus.
Coronavirus slam poetry.
COVID-20.
And then
It's on the loose. It's ravaging the Premier League. Games getting cancelled. Left, right, and center. Sad days. Sad days. Didn't the United game get cancelled today?
Did it?
I think so. There's a game for tomorrow, maybe. There's mad COVID outbreaks that are running through the Premier League.
Yeah, they're allowing 2,000 fans.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it
stupid.
seemed like a bit short-sighted.
What?
Yeah.
And
But that was only in a couple
oh,
cities. That was only in a couple cities.
Now Liverpool's not allowed to have fans anymore. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
too late.
shocker.
Yeah,
We got hockey starting in a couple weeks.
I'm pretty excited for that. Dude, it's going to be so sick, that all Canada division.
Yeah.
Rivals.
Um,
I saw the Canucks jersey in the front of Lids. I was in Metrotown the other day.
that reverse
The
retro.
reverse retro. Gotta say, I kind of liked it.
You like it?
Maybe it'll grow on me.
It's just a wasted opportunity, man. There's so
That's
many
kind of
cool
the
things
thing.
they could have done.
True.
Yeah.
I just like those colors, I think, together, and it's cool.
Yeah,
to have,
and
like,
they're good
these,
colors, but it's like that's basically what we already have.
That's true.
It's just like a bit of shading and transition on there.
Well, isn't the point of an alternate jersey so that you have different colors?
Yeah,
from what
for
you
sure.
normally wear in case you have shit that clashes. Not that they clash in hockey because you have white.
They always have the white jersey, yeah, which I think is dumb. They should have more color on color games when they don't clash or when they don't meld.
That's what they do in soccer.
I 100% agree.
I agree with that too.
Dopamine Derby, dude. And if you're
Dopamine Derby.
if you're playing NHL 09, I'm like, someone's like, yo, home or away. I'm like, dude, I'm not making my jersey the same color as the ice. I need to see where my players are. I always go solid red versus solid blue. Solid
so
yeah,
weird.
for sure. It looks way better.
beautiful.
Yeah, well, because in soccer, it's like home team wears their home jersey, and then
Yeah.
if the other team's home jersey clashes, they wear their away jersey or an alternate version.
right.
If they have a third one.
That makes sense.
I like that.
I'm gonna text
That's
Batman
cool.
right
But
now.
like soccer, my issue with soccer jerseys though is they're covered in ads.
In most
hate that
leagues,
shit.
actually no, not most leagues. Like in England, they were pretty pure with that for a while, but they've started to introduce like little ads on the arms and stuff like that.
It's lame.
Dude, hockey jerseys in Europe is like
they're ugly as hell.
It's like reading a billboard.
Yeah, they're so ugly.
Or
they
like-
have fucking ads on the pants and stuff, dude.
Oh, dude, like
Like, it
helmets
looks so
have
stupid.
ads on them. Like,
Although, like this season now in the NHL, the Capitals and I can't remember who else have helmet ads.
what?
On the sides of their helmet, which is like if you're gonna put an ad somewhere, I guess that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But I just hope it's not a slippery slope to getting ads on NHL.
well, I mean, like there's
jerseys.
ads literally surrounding the whole rink, and there's ads in the ice. That you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see.
I mean, like I don't care about that. That's fine.
I don't either. That's
I just
already
want them off
kinda in
the. I
it.
just want them off the jerseys.
That's like a straight up rip off of the Florida Panthers logo up there.
Yeah, that
for
is.
for
How
the
about this? How
audio
about these ads?
audio listener. Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, ball buster.
and the back is a pyramid scheme.
Can we get some described audio, Jared, please?
Nice.
Powys is holding up a Pumas jersey. I believe they are a Mexican team.
Indeed.
And one of the sponsors on the back is UYOO. Not sure what that is, but Herbalife. Notorious pyramid scheme that I almost got roped into when I was in high school.
Actually?
Yeah. Have I ever told the story on the pod?
No.
Oh, shit. I was working at Sport Check back in the day, and I had ambitions of going into kinesiology and pursuing a career in the sports/science field.
Right.
And these people can sniff out gullible people. They go for teenagers at like intro level jobs. Like I got hunted at Cineplex a few times when I worked at a movie theater. And
Scouted.
Yeah.
Talent scouted.
When I worked at the Sport Check, this chick came up to me. We started having a conversation. It was pretty good. She's like, yeah, what are you into? She's like, basically trying to gauge my interest and then direct me somewhere. Right. She's like, oh yeah, this place, we sell like nutritional supplements and blah, blah, blah. It's a good way to get your foot in the door and blah, all this shit. And I was like, oh man, this is so sick. She's ticking like all these boxes. Like I wasn't down with selling shoes anymore. I wasn't really down at any point. But I got home and my dad's like, it's a pyramid scheme. I'm like, Dad, you don't know. Yeah. It's not a pyramid scheme. Like I didn't know that. I was like, because Herbalife sponsored LA Galaxy, an MLS team at the time. I thought it was legit because I'm like, oh yeah, they sponsored. David Beckham wears the jersey with Herbalife on the front of it. This is legit. And so I go to the interview. Luckily, within 10 minutes of this interview, I realized that it was a scam, and I was like so embarrassed to say to my dad. I was like, yeah.
Right. So, Jaaron, what you're saying is because that advertisement was given such a platform, you immediately thought it was legit.
Yes, I was also
Look at
17.
that, hey? Looky here, boys.
I was also 17.
Well, how the turntables.
I don't know about you, but Jared was 17.
I was 17, and yeah.
Damn.
The crazy thing is, in my time working for Lululemon, in 3 years, I got approached by people with pyramid schemes 4 or 5 different times.
That's because, like, I feel like there's a lot of crossover between that kind of lifestyle brand and the pyramid scheme shit, right?
I guess so. I guess that's true.
Right? Am I just, like, hard stereotyping?
No, I don't think so. I mean, well, there's straight up a pyramid scheme where people sell these shitty leggings that rip the first time you wear them.
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. Where it's like, I can't remember the actual name of them, but yeah.
Yeah, I've
like
seen that. I've seen that.
It's I mean, like,
TriHards season
episode 1 idea for sure. Is Jared gonna be in a pyramid scheme in the show? We'll see. Oh. But yeah, I used to get approached. The way that they would come in, they would be really vague and ambiguous about the shit that they would talk about. They're kind of trying to get a feeler for like what you're into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, they kind of go, kind of like people who say that they're like psychic, like the phony one, the super like
super vague statements that get you to
super
bite.
Vague statements. They wait for you to bite, and then they're like, oh yeah, okay, shit. Now this is something I can latch onto, and then they kind of build from there. And so like me being a kind of person where I try to give people the time of day, I think they just continued on, and I have a hard time getting out of conversations that I don't want to be in, especially when I'm working. There's like this pressure where I'm like, do I say like, hey, sorry, dude, not trying to talk to you right now? Yeah. They kind of like would corner me. But the thing is, it didn't happen to my other coworkers. But it happened to me like 3 times when I worked at the first store I worked at, and maybe twice at the second store. And yeah, I don't know. It was like one of the times I was like, I was interested to see what they were gonna say, just to see.
Just to see.
I mean, part of it was like
just take a little look-see.
Yeah, part of it was a curiosity. Part of it was like I kind of wanted to go in and like do like a gotcha type thing, right? Like a sting. I wanted to go in and be like, you fucking assholes, like this. And they're like, so basically, they didn't use the word multi-level marketing. They didn't like. They basically came in and I basically told them a story about when I talked to the Sport Check lady. I was like, someone came up to me with a similar opportunity, quote unquote, that, oh yeah, you can be your own boss. You don't need to work ever again. Passive income, all that fucking bullshit.
Sounds good.
And then it does sound good, but I went and then they are talking about all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I went. It ended up being a pyramid scheme, and they start getting all shifty in their seats. They start getting really uncomfortable, and I was
Yeah.
like, these fucking people.
And then get this, they all took a pill out of their back pocket and they all ate it at the same time and immediately died because you'd found them out, dude.
The best part was they were like, so what is your idea of like what a pyramid scheme is? And I basically explained what it was. Someone at the top, they get people underneath them that sell the shit. All the people at the top of the pyramid are the only ones making money. The people underneath aren't making money. Blah, 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 blah. And so they started getting really uncomfortable when I'm giving these descriptions and stuff. They're like, okay, so I know that like this diagram in this book we're trying to get you to read looks like a pyramid. And they show me a diagram. It's like the fucking bit in The Office where it's a pyramid. Yeah. And they show me this thing and it's a pyramid. And I'm like, you guys are full of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, there was one that a multi-level marketing operation that I was sniffed out to join. And I did some research on them and I typed into YouTube this name, and still active, bumping in van even. And there were these how-to videos on how to like coerce people.
How to coerce people.
Make sure you always, when someone's saying, oh, this is a pyramid scheme, make sure you say this and then say this sentence and then end it with a question. Because when you end it with a question, they have to, an easy question. First, they gain trust for you, and then they have to agree, and then they blah, 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 and you keep control of the conversation.
Yeah.
And because I remember I went to a big meeting in a hall. I went to a couple meetings, and then I went to like a big one. Like, you have to be at this one. Cheryl Green's going to be there. Okay. And I raised all my concerns to someone, and it was so robotic.
Sheila Green.
The responses I got, it was input A, and it was like, oh, this is frequently asked question 1. Here's the perfect response. Here's frequently asked question 2. And then I spoke to my friend. I said, it's so creepy that they had these canned responses. And she said, well, if they knew the answer, shouldn't they just say it right away? And I said, yeah, I guess, but just gross. And
yeah.
Got to go with your gut. But I had to be in it to get out of it. Yeah. As much as I would love to tell somebody, I've had friends that have been in it and said like, yo, man, get out.
Yeah.
But they're doing their time. And when it's their time to get out, it'll be their time to get out.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
Cool.
I don't know what we're doing for time here, Mr. Production.
It's over, boys.
Is it actually?
Over. It's over.
It's over.
In a future episode,
just for laughs.
Yeah.
In a future episode, I will talk about my love for Just for Laughs gags.
How fire that show was incredible.
Let's not talk about it.
Dude, save it for the pod. This pod's over.
Save it for the pod. Next time on TriPod, Just for Laughs.
Oh, is this pod actually over? Oh shit.
Is it?
Dude, it's over, dude. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.